Chad, that was great.
Thank you.
It's a really interesting topic, and I learned a lot from it. And what I'll tell you, too, is that this is a really difficult time to do the festival, but coming here and doing a talk and sharing your research, all I can say is just a really big thank you. And
Thank you.
one of the many things I took out of your talk was the idea that violence over the centuries has dramatically reduced person-to-person violence, and that could be tied to the idea of growing empathy. And the way we've grown empathy is by reading and learning about others and putting ourselves in, showing compassion for others, just that's in the book, without us even realizing that we're growing our empathy. Mm-hmm. So what I'm curious about is you've used motor neurons and their activity to help study empathy in humans towards other humans. What's next in your research?
Yeah, it's a big question. Thank you. Well, I think I'll note first off, just to perhaps relate this to one of the presentations this year, theater is a fabulous way to spread empathy. Not only for the actors learning to empathize with their characters, but of course with the audience empathizing. So I'm really intrigued by empathy as an opportunity for spreading and training empathy. I might mention a scene from a play that I was a part of, just a small community theater thing, a play called Almost Maine, and it was the third or the fourth scene in which, in the entirety of that scene, boy meets girl, boy and girl fall in love, and oh, by the way, boy has sensory hereditary neuropathy. I think that's actually hereditary sensory neuropathy. But he has the inability to feel pain. It's a real condition, which I was really fascinated by this play as a neuroscientist, seeing, oh my gosh, this guy's talking about a serious neuroscience concept, and then the way he wove that into a story about what love was absolutely fantastic. He basically got the idea across that love, a crucial component of love, is pain. And this guy couldn't experience love because he couldn't experience pain. But by the end of the scene, he had fallen in love, and she accidentally knocked him, or hit him over the head with an ironing board, and he goes, ow! And that was the end of the scene, right? Suddenly the guy could feel pain. Well, he has to feel pain if he can feel love. So I think that's not necessarily a prime example of empathy per se, although empathy is really involved in understanding both of those characters. But just the idea that theater can spread these really pretty tough neuroscience concepts in a totally digestible and relatable and entertaining form is to me just excellent. So I'd love to see theater in the sense that Dawn Tucker will be discussing as taking a forefront of really spreading empathy, so at least let me change it, spreading the practice of empathy. In terms of what's next, I intend to continue researching these mirror neurons. And I'm also working on a book. It's got a working title of 1/0. Who knows what it'll be called when it's out. But this book is designed to take what we know about empathy in particular, but psychology in general, and apply it to daily lives. So this would be a book for mass consumption. This would be a book that tries to convince folks that we are moving into a fuller and fuller scientific understanding of the mind. And as we do so, our ability to make our minds do what we want, if you will, the ability to become the people we want to be, which I hope is more empathetic, more compassionate, that will be increased by science. And that's what I'm really excited about is all this, is this decreasing violence, this increasing empathy. I predict this stuff will increase, say empathy, increase at an exponential rate as science gets better and better at informing us about how we work and how to care about one another.
Thank you so much. This is wonderful.